We all want to run faster, obviously, but we're not all Kipchoge. So let's get serious and see what weird and wonderful tricks I can come up with, 6 of them in fact, to be able to help you run faster.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
Hi, I'm Shane, and I used to look like this. Now I look like this. I've done 2 Ironmans, a marathon, and several other triathlons, but I'm not done yet. I've got lots of adventures to come, and I love sharing my story with people to inspire and educate with all the things that I've learned along the way. Reach out to me in the comments if you've got something you'd like to know or you'd like me to investigate. Our first tip is running barefoot. Now this sounds a little bit weird, but the idea behind it is that running barefoot for just 10 minutes once a week after a workout that you've done will strengthen your foot and give you better stability over a period of time. And you know what? I actually just think it really feels nice running barefoot. I've forgotten what it was like as a kid to run around barefoot on the grass. So I highly recommend this one, even though you might not see the numbers necessarily in the short term. Not only will it feel good, but you'll enjoy doing it, and it really does strengthen your feet. Improving your foot strike and your efficiency when you run over a period of time really will make a difference. Not only that, but it will reduce your likelihood of getting an injury, which, as all runners will know, is really, really important, and definitely will lead to being faster. The less time you spend injured, the better you will be in the long run. The second great hack is to use a mantra while you're running. Light and fast, light and fast. There's a whole stack of them you could use, but the idea behind it is to increase your smoothness, take your mind off your fatigue, and keep you moving. So don't be afraid to try your own version out, but I find this really helpful, especially when you get to those points where things get a little bit tough and you need some extra. And this mantra can really, but the other thing that I find that it does is it focuses your mind. So when you run, a bit like swimming and riding, your mind can wander all over the place and you can forget kind of what you're doing. So using a mantra brings you back into focus and gets you running smooth again. So give it a try. The next one is practicing nasal breathing. Now, one of the things that nasal breathing does is increases your CO2 tolerance and your oxygen efficiency, which can be really important. Now, the best way to do this is in a low intensity run, so zone 2, something like that, where you can practice just breathing through your nose. And this will decrease the amount of air you're taking in, and so increase your lungs' ability to process that.
It's science.
I actually find this one really helpful. I use a nasal strip to open my nasal airways even more, and I find this really helpful for me. It certainly helps me sleep at night and get a better sleep. So yeah, breathe through your nose more when you run. And as you do this more and more, you'll increase your tolerance and you'll be able to do it at faster and faster paces. But initially, just try it at a slow pace when you're getting used to it. Visualization is a really important part of life in general, but certainly in training. I think visualizing running faster is a very powerful medium. Your brain actually doesn't know the difference between reality and what you're thinking. So starting yourself off by thinking that you're running really fast, visualizing yourself running fast is certainly a great place to start. And I use visualization, manifesting, whatever you want to call it, throughout my life. And I think it's a very powerful tool to see how you want things to be. And your body has a funny way of making things happen when you visualize it. So I think this tool is a very powerful tool, not just for use in running faster, but generally in life. And I think if you can put that in place, you'll find a lot of results. And I think you can apply this to a lot of different areas of your life. So start spending some time visualizing, manifesting your speed in running. Imagine yourself running smooth and fast and running past people. Visualize the time that you want and see how amazing the results are. Think of it like this: your body needs to know what you want it to do. Visualization is part of that process. If you visualize if the only internal story you have is that you're a slow runner, then nothing's going to change. No matter how hard you train, you need to see yourself as a faster runner. That is the first trigger to get everything else working in alignment to bring that true. Let's see if I can still juggle. Oh. Look at that go. It's been a while. I learned how to juggle when I was at university studying, and I don't remember why I learned how to juggle, but it's been a long time, and it's one of those weird skills that you don't really lose. But I think the interesting idea behind learning to juggle or juggling or doing something that involves coordination as part of being able to run faster is the learning, teaching your body to be in control of itself. So, and the hand-eye coordination, brain-body coordination is the key to this part. Now, I'm very rusty, and I can only juggle 3 balls. Nothing fantastic here, no chainsaws, no knives, unless we want to see blood. And clearly I need to do more of this. But it is very good for your brain to learn things like this. So I certainly recommend. I don't know whether this is going to make me run faster, but it's certainly good to get that back into my life. And I am actually going to make this part of my weekly routine, just to spend time doing stuff like juggling, because I actually just think it's good for your brain. And what's good for your brain is good for your body. So let's make sure you... and there's lots of places you can learn to juggle. So now I was going to put a little clip in here of me trying to run and juggle at the same time, but I think that's just not going to happen. Let's try it. Yeah. I'm just not even in the ballpark of being talented enough to do that. So just have to settle for some very boring juggling. Because in my mind, my director's vision of this clip was me running and juggling and seeing if I could actually run faster, but no chance of that. So start doing coordination exercises, because it will really make a difference. Now the last and definitely most embarrassing tip, trick, hack is to dance. before you run.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Now, the reason behind this, the theory behind this, is that it will get energy flowing, get you in a good mood, and start to get all the blood pumping through your body. I'm not convinced of this, but we're going to give it a try. A bit like doing a warm-up, like your traditional, leg warm-up. This will activate your fast twitch muscle fibers, activates your body, loosens up your hips, everything that you would imagine in terms of a warm-up, but also puts you in a positive mood, gets your blood pumping, and hopefully starts to get you in the mood to run faster. So let's make sure nobody's looking, because you don't want anybody to see you trying to dance. I really can't dance. I feel embarrassed trying. Okay, so let's run back through those. Running barefoot on the grass, definitely something that I will be incorporating into my routine, because not only did it feel nice, but I do like the idea of strengthening my feet. I have had some problems with Achilles tendonitis and a few other little niggles, and so making my feet strong, definitely something that I'm going to do moving forward. The mantra stuff I'm definitely going to use, because I think that's one of those things. I'm actually going to incorporate that into my swimming too, just to keep my brain focused on what I'm doing. So definitely worth doing. Nasal breathing, again, something that I'm definitely going to do. So this has been worthwhile for me already, which is great. I think increasing your ability to tolerate CO2 and operate more efficiently with less oxygen is definitely something that can help you run faster. Coordination drills, juggling. I'm not sure of this one. I am going to keep juggling because, I'm 50, and as you get older, you've got to keep your coordination going. So I'm definitely going to incorporate juggling, but maybe not for speed when I'm running. So we'll skip this, won't worry about the speed part, but I'll do it for my mental capacity and the fact that I'm getting older and I need to keep working on those things. Visualization is something that I've used for a long time in business and personally, and so incorporating that into my running is definitely something that I will do. I haven't actually done that with running before, which is weird because I use it in other aspects of my life. Now we get to the dance, number 6. I will not be incorporating this one into my routine because, as you've noticed from the video, I can't dance. Never been a good dancer. I'm probably, maybe if I got drunk, I could be a better dancer. But getting drunk before you go for a run is probably not going to get me any faster. So I think we might leave the dancing one out, and I'll thank ChatGPT for putting that one in because it's quite a weird one, but definitely not something that I'm going to do. Now, if you are interested in looking after yourself, finding a better version of yourself, getting fit, getting strong mentally, physically, then you might be interested in uxl.org, which is a community that I'm putting together that will launch sometime in September, fingers crossed, where you can meet other like-minded people, see how I turned my entire life around, and do a whole range of courses, small courses, just to help you improve different aspects of your life. But the biggest thing for me is a place with like-minded people. And that's what UXL really is all about for me. So if you're interested, jump on uxl.org and sign up to get notified when we go live. And I'm really excited to put together a community where people can be the best version of themselves. Now, if you would like to know how I got to where I am now, then watch the video that's coming up on the screen now, because that's a story about how I went from being 145 kilos to completing an Ironman. And if you're interested in seeing more of this great content, make sure you subscribe. And next week, we will be looking at how we can ride faster with some weird and wonderful tips on that part of the triathlon process. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.